Sup guys, Trilophobia's here, and so today I have a story for you guys, or more of a, kind of like a, I don't know how to explain this, but like, just like my experiences in the working industry. Some of you might know the struggles of working and all that. I mean, it's life, yeah, whatever, but it's just annoying, and sometimes you experience people that are just ridiculous, and you can't really stand it, and you feel like you're being treated unfairly, yada yada yada. Well, today I'm gonna explain, or pretty much expose, I guess, the secrets, quote unquote, behind Chuck E. Cheese. Now, I've been working there for a little while now. I'm not gonna say which location. I've been working there, I'd say a little over a year. Um, what else? I haven't gotten much. I didn't have any experience before working at Chuck E. Cheese. This was my first job ever, and I'm actually still currently employed there right now. I'm not gonna say where again, but so first off, I got hired there about around last winter. Um, I was 17, I believe, at the time. Um, so everything kind of seemed normal. I had a trainer. She was really nice. I trained with three other people. Um, Basically, for the orientation, all we had was just someone showing us videos and whatnot, and making us do like tedious tasks and like kind of just having us get comfortable with the thing and with everything, because I was positioned at cash register. Um, so that means I would just kind of take care of everyone when they got in. I would um, take all the merchandise, like if a kid wants merchandise or whatnot, then I would just give it to them, like whatever they have, bring up tickets, whatnot. So I so when I started after I got trained, I was pretty much all set already from the get go. I have a good work habit, even though I've never worked at another place before. I mean, I did like um, I've done like concession stands at like baseball games and whatnot. But yeah, I had when I went for the interview, everything was cool. Before the well, before I got hired, I went for the interview. Manager was cool, whatnot. So uh, you can imagine how chaotic it is during the weekends, especially. So there's a lot of rude people. I mean, you think the kids would be the death of you, but you're dead wrong. It's like it's the adults, it's the parents that literally are just the worst things on planet Earth, because they are so rude and have little to no patience with anyone, especially you, because they're trying to get out of there and they're like getting mad at you for not helping the kid, even though that's not really your business, because you can't tell the kid, oh, get this, and it's just like I can't tell a kid that. Um, so uh, yeah, the parents are extremely rude, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Whatever, that's normal for retail places, anyways, like that. And then and then they started putting me in the Chucky costume. Yes, I know, kids. Chucky's not real. Sorry to spoil that for you. Um, so, which was fine. I enjoyed it. A lot of kids just hugged me or gave me high fives and whatnot. Then we'd learn a dance, the Chucky dance, whatever. Um, nope. And so, this is live gameplay, by the way, so I'm just not really paying attention. So, I learned all the dances, whatnot. I'm doing pretty good. Whatnot. The managers are cool, except for one of them. Not going to name her. And yes, there's one girl, one boy manager there. Um, and she's all right. The only problem I have with her is she's really anal about everything, and what I mean by that is she needs everything perfectly done. Even if it doesn't have to be done, she will make you do it. Like, she will literally, like, if she just sees a speck of dust on, like, just something completely out of the ordinary, she would be like, clean that up, please. That's disgusting. And it was just kind of annoying, especially when we would close. Um, because we'd have to... I hated closing with her because she would literally just complain about everything and have us clean it. And we wouldn't get out for quite a long time. So we would close. It was the first time I closed. I was doing it all by myself. Okay, and I was 17, so I'm a minor at this time. So they close all by myself, and I'm figuring because it says like we close at 10 or whatever day it is. I don't really want to go into specify all that stuff. And it says we close at 9. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just close. Once we close at 9, we'll be all set. And because I get everything done at like 8:30, whatnot. And so there's my manager, the girl one. She literally just doesn't care who's there, and she doesn't care what time they get out. So it's like once it's 9 o'clock, there's still people chilling in like the games, playing games and whatnot. And I'm like, do you want to tell these people to leave? And she's like, no, just let them stay for a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes would turn into about 15 to 20 minutes, and it'd be about 9:30, and they'd still be just chilling, eating their stuff and whatnot. And I'd be like, these people need to go and whatnot. And then she would just kind of like hint at them that they need to go, but she would never directly say, hey, you guys need to go, we're closed. And it's just ridiculous. It's just dumb that why people would just chill there and you wouldn't say anything about it. Because honestly, that's could be, I'm pretty sure that could be like trespassing at that time of night because we're technically closed. I know we're allowing them. I don't really know the whole ordeal with that, but I don't know what this guy's doing. So we would close at 9 or 10 or whatever, but usually we get out usually an hour after we actually close because the people would just not leave, and they're just so rude about everything. And I'm just gonna fast forward because nothing really interesting happens besides the fact that I get basically just the whole closing thing. I would stay until 11, and they would put me on for random hours, and they would like put me on for basically every single day of the week, which was kind of annoying, especially for someone who still goes to school, and where I actually had to focus on school rather than just work, even though I'd rather focus on work because, you know, moolah, all that good, you know what I'm saying. And okay, so let's fast forward a little bit, and we're gonna go where. Let's go to this week, okay? This week I was working, and it was vacation time, or last week I should say. It was vacation time, so that means people get extra hours, whatnot, whatever, because it's ridiculously busy. So my boss, my manager, he's like explaining that he doesn't want anyone to work over 40 hours. He's like, because people will get mad at him. Which doesn't make any sense, like especially for like the people that were over 18. I'm 18 now. We should be able to work overtime because we earned it. So basically, what he would do is he would kind of just measle his way so that people wouldn't work 40 hours, and so that he wouldn't have to pay them for the overtime. And he just made some BS excuse like, oh yeah, because we'll get yelled at by the higher ups. It's like, what are you talking about? Overtime is overtime. He just did not want to pay the overtime to people. So I thought that was just dumb. I'm trying to think. There was like a big thing that happened that. Oh, okay. Here's a story. There's this girl. We're gonna call her Susie. Okay. Susie. She me and her had a thing a little bit. Whatever. And she got fired. because she never showed up for work. I mean, she only had been working there for 3 months. I'd been working there for about 7. So me and her would talk and whatnot. And 2 days in a row, she just decided not to show up. And usually, after 1 day of not showing up, you'd be automatically fired. But they give this girl another chance, which I'm like, okay, that's dumb. And so they give her another chance, and then she just doesn't show up again, so they just fire her or whatnot. So I'm like, cool, she deserves it, because then she was kind of being a bitch to me, whatever. And so I think, I don't know, 2 months after she gets fired, or 3 months, she comes back and asks for an application. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I give her the application. She fills it out. 2 weeks later, because I took the following week off, I go back and I see that she's working. And Chuck E. Cheese policy is that if you get fired or quit a Chuck E. Cheese, not for, like, if you don't give you 2 weeks and whatnot and you just quit, you're not allowed to work at another Chuck E. Cheese location. But she starts working there again. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Whatever, they do what they want to do. But I come to find out that the girl got a pay raise the day she gets freaking, like, rehired. Like, she got, like, I'm pretty sure, like, a $2 raise from minimum wage for coming back. And she's not even supposed to be back in the first place. And that just set me off, dude. I was like, I can't say anything to my managers. Because literally, I will get fired if I say anything. I've literally had dreams, so many dreams, where I've called out the unprofessionalism of Chuck E. Cheese, and they just fired me. And I just had so many dreams of that, and I'm so happy that they fired me, whatever. And then I wake up, I'm like, crap, I wish that was real. And because the reality is, this is the most unprofessional business I've ever been to. That just set me off, man. Like, you have no idea. I've been working there over a year, and I still get paid minimum wage. The minimum wage here is $7.25. I don't know if you know that. I've been working there over a year, dude, and I'm still getting paid $7.25 an hour. That girl got fired and rehired, and she got paid like $9.25. Like, are you kidding? Like, it's just so stupid. It made little to no sense. Why she didn't deserve that. She absolutely did not deserve that. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be salty about it. I'm gonna be jealous about it. Because it's just ridiculous. This girl did nothing. She didn't show up for 2 shifts in a row. Oh, I'm losing. And but she gets a pay raise. For what? For coming back? Should I just get fired and come back? Will I get a pay raise? Oh boy. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe they did that. And then and then another girl. We're gonna call her Penelope. Penelope. Once again, she's been there, well, she was there longer than me. I'd say like a year and a half when I first started. I don't know if a year and a half. But she started there and way before I did. And she didn't show up for 3 shifts straight, okay? And she just didn't get fired. 3 shifts without calling out. And she never got fired. Like, huh? Like, that is ridiculous. That shouldn't happen. In an actual business, that would not happen. Because these people are obviously just money hungry to the point where they're like, oh, we'll take anyone we can get. Because these people hire and fire new people every single week. I swear to God, there's a new person being trained there. And we don't need any more new people. And if we do need more people, like for cashier or showroom, which showroom runs all like birthday parties and whatnot, then they don't hire them for showroom or anything. They hire them for like game room, even though we have like 10,000 game room attendants. We don't need another game room attendant. And I swear to God, these people just hire people that are decent looking. And if you're ugly, they're gonna put you in the kitchen to make food. No joke. Unless you ask to be in the kitchen. Any ugly person, and I'm not saying I'm the most beautiful creature on this planet, they'll just throw you in the kitchen. They won't even have you do anything else. But everyone else, all the girls, not gonna lie, are pretty good, decent looking, and they have butts. They have humongous butts, and it's just I feel like the male manager is the hiring manager, so that's why I'm like, okay, so I get this, whatever. That you just kind of want to attract more people, I guess. I don't really know what they're trying to get at, but he's just kind of like favoring girls more than guys, whatever. Because I was the only guy cashier for the longest time. I think about a month or two. I was the only guy cashier, and then two other guys came along, which are actually pretty cool. All the guy cashiers there, every guy there is always on the same page. All the girls, you know, are always pitted against each other. Oh, and then by the way, Susie, she got fired again. The one that got fired and then came back. She got fired again for not showing up a whole week, and she didn't get fired until about 4 days in, because reasons, you know, because this company is so good and so professional. It's just ridiculous. I can't imagine. I can't fathom the amount of professionalism that goes on at this place. Now, you're probably thinking like, why don't I just quit? Because I can't find a stinking job, man. I can't find another one. It's hard because I'm still in school. Nobody wants to hire me just on weekends, and it's ridiculous. I tried to apply at Dunkin's, and yeah, they were like, hey, blah blah blah, work for us. I'm like, okay, cool. So I call the guy, and he's like, it was like mad at me for some reason. Like, he seemed like agitated that I called him back after the interview, like a week after, and he's just like, yeah, I'll give you a call back. Never gave me a call back. I called him 3 times after that, and he never gave me a call back. So Duncan's can kiss my ass. Plus, the funny thing is, he was like, oh, you work there over a year, yet you only make $7.25 an hour. That's ridiculous. And the guy offers me $7.25 an hour plus tips at Dunkin' Donuts. Like, who tips people at Dunkin' Donuts? Nobody. Not once have I ever tipped someone at Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe it's just because I'm an ass or what. I don't know what it is. But I don't know one person who's tipped someone at Dunkin' Donuts. It's just stupid, but whatever. Back to Chuck E. Cheese. And then there's this, we have a coordinator. She also a girl. She is extremely unprofessional. She like talks crap about all the girls. She flirts with all the guys, especially one of our kitchen members, and she just she doesn't do anything. Same thing with the other girl manager. She does absolutely nothing, and then she makes it seem like she's doing something. I honestly, it probably seems tame, and it'd probably be like, oh, it's just the norm. But if you witnessed what goes on there, and you actually worked at a Chuck E. Cheese, then you would understand why I'm making this video and how unprofessional this company is, and why you shouldn't even consider working there. Because there are a bunch of cheapos that work there. It's literally like the government there. They don't pay you for crap, but you're basically paying them. I worked 30 hours last week, and I'm getting paid maybe $200. Maybe $200. I probably won't, though. Because, you know why? Minimum wage, you know? And because these people... and by the way, there's some people there that, like, there's another girl. I'm throwing so many people under the bus here. But, like, she has been working there a little longer than me, and she had her review over 2 months ago, which, when you get a review, that determines your raise. She got a review 2 months ago, and she still hasn't gotten a raise. Like, oh, they put it in, and it's like, obviously you didn't put the review in if she hasn't gotten a raise in 2 months. Like, what sense does that make? I'm not stupid. Like, it's just stupid how, like, dumb these people think we are. And it honestly just angers me. And they just buy time. You have to, like, constantly nag them. And they won't even allow me to set up direct deposit, by the way. And I don't have my own car yet. I don't have a license or any of that, because I never had experience driving. So I can't just drive to work when I have my free will and then drive to the bank and cash in my check. Whatever. I can't do that. But they're like, oh, you can set up direct deposit. But they refused to, like, refuse you to, like, give it to you, to give you the slip and whatnot and fill out and give it to the bank. They're like, just totally against it. All the managers have direct deposit. None of the employees do. Not even joking. 0 of the employees have direct deposit. because these people are so greedy that they don't even like want to give direct deposit to anyone. I don't know why. That's such a chore to give us a form and sign off on it and the routing number, all that stuff. But it just is appalling. And also this girl, I know this is going all over the place, but the girl that got like her review 2 months ago and still hasn't gotten a raise, I think it was last week. What happens is she was working early in the day as well as me. Me and her got in at the same time. And she decided that, oh, I don't want to work today, so I'm just going to go in the bathroom, sit there and sulk until they say something. So, and this girl had a party to take care of, by the way. And so she's sitting in the bathroom for, I don't know, 45 minutes. None of the managers say anything, and then I go up to chat. I'm name dropping. Whoops. I go up to someone. I go up to my manager. And I was like, where is this girl? And I think I said her name. Crap. She's been sitting in there for 45 minutes, whatever. I'm like, where is she? He's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's in the bathroom. Do you want to send someone in there? So he sends someone in there, and she's just sitting on the toilet. That's all she's doing. She's not like using the bathroom or anything. She's just sitting there. And then she comes out. They take her out, and she's like, I don't want to work today. And so my girl manager's like, okay, you can go home. Like, what? Like, what sense does that make? If someone goes into work and they just sits and sulks the entire time, and you're just gonna let them go home, and then she comes back the next day like it's not like nothing happened? Like, are you really? You're just gonna let that slide? Okay, I'll do that too. I'll just show up to work. I don't want to work. Get paid for 2 hours, and then just leave. For sitting on the toilet for 2 hours. Like, please, pay me. Just pay me to sit on the toilet. I will do it. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I wanted to just go up to that girl and just be like, hey, you're not special. No one here wants to work. But you don't have to sit and sulk the entire time saying, I don't want to work. And just not go. So I'm just like, whatever. So she goes home. It screws up everyone's day. Because now we're down one party and we have to take some people to do a party. And then I'm just going to do one last story. I'll probably do a part 2 on this. Because, you know, the weekend coming up of working there. There's another girl. She hasn't been working there a long time. She's older. She's like 24, 25. She works basically pretty much every position: cash, showroom, and kitchen. But she doesn't do game room. So she decides that she doesn't want to work today either. This is a different day though. And so she's like purging herself. Like, she's like going bulimic in the trash can and trying to make believe that she's sick and she ate something gross or something like that. I don't know. I just walk in the kitchen. I just see her putting her fingers down her throat and puking. And I was like, okay, what are you doing? And she's, mind you, she's doing it right over the food that I brought into work. And I'm like, okay, thanks a lot. And nobody's paying attention to her while she's doing this. So she's like, okay, so no one's going to notice that I'm doing this. Whatever. So what she does is she takes a knife, okay, while she's cutting up vegetables and whatnot. I don't know what she's cutting up. I don't know why she's cutting up anything to begin with. She cuts off her freaking thumb. Like the tip of her thumb. On purpose. So she can go home. Like... I'm honestly speechless. Like, thinking about it, back to it, I'm still speechless to this day. This only happened like 5 days ago, too. She cuts off the own tip of her thumb. Just so she can go home. Because she doesn't want to work. This is a 24-year-old adult with a child. And she cuts off her own thumb. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, seriously, if you're that miserable and you don't want to work here, kill yourself. Like, nobody wants you here. Like, that's just so pathetic. I couldn't believe it when that happened. Because I'm still speechless. I don't know what to say at that point. And the same girl that cut off her thumb, okay, she, like I was saying before, she does basically every position, but as of late, she hasn't been doing cash. She's been just doing kitchen and showroom here and there. So she hasn't been at the cash register or anything. So this girl there's a competition in our store, right? And I promise this will be the last story. Part 2 will come up. Now this is a long video. It's 25 minutes. Ugh, whatever. So she comes up. Oh no, this we have a whole like contest. We have to sell these collector cups, and top 25 people win like $250. Top 50 to 100 win 150, and then the last win like 75 or whatever. They win money. Who cares? So she hasn't been doing cash this whole week. And I look on the board, the leaderboards for it, and I've been selling a good amount. I'd say I've sold a little over 100. And this competition just started. And so I'm like, alright, I'm pretty proud of myself. And this other girl that I work with, she's really cool. She's been working a little shorter than I have there for cash, but she's pretty cool. And she's been selling a lot of them too. And we look on the board, me and her, and we see that this girl, the one that cut off her thumb, is number 6 in the whole entire state. Now, how does that happen if this girl hasn't even gone to cashier this whole entire month? Like, what? Like, she's obviously scamming something. She must be doing it under her name. I don't know how she's doing it, but she's literally making every single cup sale to her name. She hasn't even touched the cash register in a month, and she's number 6 in the entire state of selling these cups. I literally, the time I've worked there, I haven't even seen her sell more than 20 cups. The whole entire time she's worked there. She's worked there for like 3 months now. And so, I don't know how my managers don't know this. Like, how they don't figure this out. Number 6 in the entire state? Like, what? That makes no sense. This girl hasn't touched the cash register since, like, 2012. Like, what are you talking about, number 6? As of February 19th. Like, I was so appalled. My managers is just so stupid, and they let anyone get away with anything. And this girl that's winning right now, in number 6, she won last contest, and yeah, she used the cash register a little bit, but she never got her own drawer. Like, when you're assigned drawers there at Chuck E. Cheese, but she was never assigned one herself. She always used the manager drawer, and she got like number like 5 in the whole entire state, and got $250. Like, huh? Like, she's obviously breaking the system somehow. I don't know how she's doing it, but these numbnuts need to figure out and open their eyes to the amount of BS that's happening. They had someone apparently before I started working there that did almost the exact same thing, but instead of doing that, they just didn't ring in stuff. They never rang in anything into the computer or the cash register, so they just the customers would give them their money. The person would pocket it, and then the people would never know. The managers would never know that she was pocketing it. Apparently, she did it for like, I don't know, a couple months before they figured it out. But yeah, that's ridiculous. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it off here. I'll have to think of more stories. Kind of came into unprepared. I just wanted to rant a little bit. Thanks for whoever's watching this, man. Appreciate it. 80 subscribers we're at right now. That's freaking crazy, dude. You guys just stay beautiful, man. Love all y'all. And peace.